What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Absolutely a Gamble. This is week 4 of the NFL. Week 3 was pretty amazing. I came short again of getting 5 out of 5. I got 4 out of 5. I should have known that the Houston Texans were going to do me dirty. I don't remember who else I was going to pick instead of that game, but I assumed that, Houston had the better players, the better coaching, but instead, what Houston ended up doing was pretty much giving the game away to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is extremely disappointing, but it is what it is. I'm not touching Houston anymore. I do not trust them. So week 4 is going to be all confident plays in teams that I have the utmost confidence in. Let's hope nobody does me dirty again. Let's get it. First up, we have one of my favorite philosophies, which is pick on rookie quarterbacks, pick on rookie head coaches until they win a game. And because of that, my first bet is going to be the Buffalo Bills alternate spread minus 13.5. Today is Wednesday, and I believe that the spread is at like minus 16.5. It might be at 17. Even though I do think that the Bills will cover the spread against the Saints, because I don't think the Saints are a good team at all. I think the Saints are going to have a top 5 pick in the next upcoming draft. I've been saying that for months. And because of that, I think that the Buffalo Bills are going to trample them. I don't think that this Bills team is the same as the Bills team even from last year. I think this Bills team is very serious. They understand that they have a special and rare opportunity in front of them. They're well aware that the Chiefs are hobbled right now. They're injured, and that there's a really good chance that, they can take advantage of that and get first seed in the AFC or the second seed in the AFC, so they can make it so that the Chiefs come to them in the playoffs. So because of that, I don't think they're going to play around with their food this year. I don't think this Bills team is to be taken lightly. So just to be safe, I'll take the minus 13.5. So that way all the Bills have to do is score 2 touchdowns or beat them by 2 touchdowns. And this will cover the spread easily. That's my first and favorite pick. Jalen Hurts is starting to become a person, just like Patrick Mahomes, that I am refusing to bet against. And I know that's a funny statement to make, especially considering Patrick Mahomes is 0-1-2 right now. But that is not a person that I like to bet against, because he's been more victorious than not. Jalen Hurts is firmly in that territory. I don't care about his stats. I don't care about how much touchdowns he throws. I don't care about how many touchdowns he runs for. I don't care about if he threw for 110 yards. Jalen Hurts is the type of man who is willing to do whatever it takes for his team to win. I love that kind of leadership. Baker Mayfield has also become that kind of guy this year. But I think that him having 3 games where he had to have a fourth quarter comeback in order to win all 3, I think that eventually catches up to him this week. I think that Eagles defensive front is going to be too much for their offensive front. I don't think Baker's going to be able to run away from some of those athletic guys. I don't think he'll be able to do a lot of the magic stuff that he's been doing so far. And because of that, I think that catches up to him, and I think that the Bucs take their first loss of the season. My second bet, and one of my favorite bets too, all these bets I love, but my second bet is Eagles money line. The spread is currently minus 3.5, but again, I don't like those hooks. I don't like those 7.5, 10.5, all that jazz, because funny stuff happens all the time, and those hooks end up getting you. So I could definitely see a situation where Philly has to have, a fourth quarter drive where they have to set themselves up in field goal range in order for them to win the game. And I'm not betting against Jalen Hurts this year. The man has like a ridiculous record when he starts. He's just a baller. He knows how to win. He knows how to lead men. Sirianni knows how to get those guys juiced up. And I feel like the guys in the locker room, they know that they have to do whatever it takes for them to win. Eagles money line is my second best bet. For my third bet, of course, have to include my guys, because my team is really, really good this year. And I am so, so happy. I have waited years for what is happening right now to finally happen. Waited years. We've always had a really good team. We've always been very competitive. The problem with us has been steadiness at the quarterback position and finishing games. And I feel like the guys that we've brought in, they know how to finish games. They're serious about what they do. We have a bunch of leaders in the locker room that are leading not only with their words, but with their actions and by example. The Indianapolis Colts play the Rams this week. I personally don't think that our defense will be able to stop that Rams offense. I think that McVay is too good. I think that Stafford is too good. I think that Puka and Devontae and Kyron, I think all of those guys are just way too good for us to stop them. So what we'll have to do this week, we're just going to have to outscore them. We're one of the best scoring teams in the league. We went 19 offensive drives without punting. We've punted one time in 3 games. So scoring. That's going to have to be how we beat the Los Angeles Rams. So because of that, my best bet for this game is going to be over 48.5 total points. 48.5 is not a lot when you have 2 high-powered offenses. That is going to be like 25 points for one, 24 points for the other. Each team could easily score 3 or 4 touchdowns, so I can definitely see this game going over. When we played the Rams with Anthony Richardson as our quarterback, this game went over because they scored a ton of points, and then Anthony brought us back, and we tied it up and went to overtime. So because of that, I love this play. Colts versus Rams, over 48.5 total points. This next bet is a bet that I like to call the embarrassment game of the week. Sunday Night Football. The Green Bay Packers go to Jerryland and they play the Dallas Cowboys. There are mismatches on the Packers side compared to Dallas all over the place. Dallas's O-line can't block the Packers' D-line. Dallas doesn't have CeeDee Lamb. The Green Bay Packers just came off of a loss against Cleveland, and I know these guys are foaming at the mouth, especially Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is going to go back to Jerry World for the first time since being traded to the Green Bay Packers, and I think that he has vengeance on his mind. Jordan Love loves to play Dallas. Every time he plays Dallas, the Packers love to play Dallas because even Aaron Rodgers used to destroy the Dallas Cowboys every time he played them. So because of that, my next bet is going to be Green Bay Packers minus 6.5 on the road. I think that this game will be embarrassing for Dallas. I think it'll be embarrassing for Jerry. I think that the only person who's going to look like a decent player in all of this is going to be Dak, because I know Dak is going to fight tooth and nail in order for him to stay in this game, in order for him to compete and try to win this game as hard as he can. I feel so bad for Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott needs to go somewhere else in order for him to be fully realized. I think Dak Prescott is the same as Daniel Jones was, except, Dak had better weapons and, better teammates and things like that. But that's either here nor there. Dak needs to get the hell out of Dallas. I am looking forward to this game. I am going to be live tweeting and making fun of Cowboys fans, making fun of Jerry. And I'm going to enjoy any time that Micah Parsons gets to harass Dak Prescott, because Micah Parsons is going to try to have the game of his life. And I can't wait for it. Packers minus 6.5. Last but not least, we've got the international game in Dublin between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Minnesota Vikings and Brian Flores seem to know how to harass Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers was, I believe, on the Jets, they bullied him the game that they played him. Andrew Van Ginkel had a pick 6 in that game because Brian Flores knows how to get to Aaron. You got to pressure him. You got to close his windows, and you got to anticipate some of his throws. You got to jump on some of the short routes because he loves the short routes. Because of that, I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings money line as my last and final bet. The spread is minus 2.5, and I would love to take the minus 2.5, but again, those point spreads scare me. I am not a fan of them. They worry me. I can't tell you how many bets I've lost by going the money line, by going the spread instead of going the money line. So this year I've learned from that lesson, and if the spread is close, I am taking the money line every chance that I get, especially because the odds are going to be very close to the spread. So why risk it? Just take the money line. Even if they win by 1, that's fine. If they win by 2, that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Vikings money line is my last bet. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you very much for following, subscribing. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe my videos. It'll definitely help me, get it boosted through the algorithm. Right now, I believe I'm 13 out of 15 for the year, so I am doing pretty great. It sucks that I don't have 3 perfect weeks. I should have 3 perfect weeks, but it is what it is. We're gonna keep chopping wood. We're gonna keep moving forward and make some better picks, make some better bets, and hopefully hit another 5 out of 5, do another giveaway, and keep this thing going. Appreciate you all. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great NFL Sunday. If you're on the West Coast, this game is probably going to start at like 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that, the first game. If you're on the East Coast, you're going to be watching football from 9 in the morning till about 11 p.m. at night. Enjoy that. Have a great weekend. See you back for week 5.